Have you ever said or done something hurtful to someone else? Or perhaps you've become angry and lashed out in a way you have later regretted. If not, you are probably not human. All of us, at one point or another, have likely felt the weight of regret after an impulsive action or misspoken word. But what can you do about this? One option is to apologize. A genuine apology can help you take responsibility for your mistake, repair a relationship, and pave the way back to understanding and trust. But how do you craft an effective apology? In today's episode of the Anger Secrets podcast, I will share 7 powerful tips to craft an apology that truly resonates and rebuilds bridges. Hello and welcome to episode 44 of the Anger Secrets podcast. I'm Alastair Duhs, and over the last 30 years, I have taught over 15,000 men and women how to control their anger, master their emotions, and create calmer, happier, and more respectful relationships. In this podcast, I share practical strategies and real-life stories to help you control your anger, master your emotions, and create calmer, happier relationships. For free support on your anger management journey, including free training and the opportunity to book a free 20-minute anger assessment call with me, visit my website, angersecrets.com. I look forward to talking with you. Now, let's jump into today's episode. 7 tips for making an apology that works. Tip 1. Acknowledge your wrongdoing. The first step in crafting an effective apology is to acknowledge what you did wrong. This means not only recognizing your mistake, but accepting full responsibility for it. Avoid making excuses or justifications, as this can make your apology seem insincere and deflect away from the main issue. Tip 2. Express genuine remorse. Next, express genuine remorse. This means apologizing in a way that conveys the sorrow and regret you feel for your mistake. Ensure your apology reflects the seriousness of what you did wrong and doesn't appear dismissive or flippant. For example, instead of saying, "I'm sorry I yelled," you might say, "I'm sorry for yelling and being disrespectful. It's not an acceptable way to treat someone." Tip 3. Understand the impact. My third tip is to understand the impact of your actions. This means taking the time to listen and empathize with how the other person feels and how your actions have affected them. You can show that you understand by validating their feelings, such as by saying, "I can see why my words would have hurt you," or "It makes sense that you would feel angry after what I said." Tip 4. No buts. When apologizing, avoid using the word but. Saying "I'm sorry, but" negates the apology and can make it seem like you're making excuses or justifying your behavior. Stick to simply expressing your regret and understanding the impact of your actions. Tip 5. Offer to make amends. My 5th tip is to offer to make amends. This can go a long way in showing that you are taking responsibility and genuinely trying to repair the relationship. The amends that you try to make should be appropriate to your mistake, such as by apologizing for your words, acting kindly, or making a tangible gesture, such as offering to pay for something you broke. Tip 6. Commit to not repeating your mistake. My 6th tip is to commit to not repeating your mistake. This is an essential part of any apology, as it shows that you are serious about making things right and are taking steps to prevent a similar situation from happening again. If you have an anger issue, for instance, it is essential to take steps to address this issue. If you would like my help doing this, visit my website, angersecrets.com, to learn about the range of anger management programs and other options I offer. Tip 7. Accept the response. My final tip is to accept the response. The person you apologize to may not forgive or accept your apology immediately, which is okay. What matters most is that they know you have expressed remorse for what happened and that you are taking steps to prevent it from happening again. Acceptance or forgiveness may come in time, but until it does, it is important to be patient and respect the other person's feelings. I hope these 7 tips for making an apology that works have been helpful. In my experience working with thousands of couples who have had episodes of anger, abuse, or violence, often these couples argue about these episodes even long after they have been completed. Instead, a simple apology could go a long way to healing the hurt from these episodes. It is important to remember too that we all make mistakes. It takes courage to admit these mistakes, but by doing so and learning to apologize for your part in these situations, you can repair relationships, create a deeper understanding of your partner, and move forward in your relationship in a healthy way. Okay, that's all for today's episode. 7 tips for making an apology that works. If you found this episode helpful, please follow this podcast, head to your favorite podcast app, and leave a rating and review. This will help other people struggling with anger find and benefit from this show. Remember, for free support on your anger management journey, including free training and the opportunity to book a free 20-minute anger assessment call with me, visit my website, angersecrets.com. I look forward to helping you control your anger once and for all. And finally, remember, you can't control other people, but you can control yourself. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.
The Anger Secrets podcast is for general informational purposes only, and does not constitute the practice of counseling, psychotherapy, or any other professional health service. No therapeutic relationship is implied or created by this podcast. If you have mental health concerns of any type, please seek out the help of a local mental health professional.